everyone, and today we're going to read Pirate Bertie's Christmas Adventure.
Are you ready, Pirate Bertie?
Yes, please.
Bertie the pirate now has his own boat, a schooner with a parrot and a fine telescope. As he stands on the deck, in his eye there's a twinkle, for he has decked out the rigging with holly and tinsel. For now it is Christmas, and all of the crew are preparing to go to bed early. It's true, for even bold pirates know they must be asleep when Santa brings presents for under the tree. But little did they know as they munched on mince pies that an exciting Yuletide adventure was nigh. For off in the distance on the Isle of May, a Christmas disaster would befall Santa's sleigh. You see, the reindeer and Santa have a long Christmas Eve, and before they'd left, Rudolph had forgotten to pee. As they swooped into Scotland and were nipped by Jack Frost, Santa shouted, "Hey, Rudolph, why are your legs crossed?" "Oh, Santa," cried Rudolph, "this isn't a riddle, but I wonder could I take a break for a piddle?" St. Nick rolled his eyes and roared, "Ho, ho, ho!" and Rudolph's whole face turned as red as his nose. "Down, Dasher, down, Dancer!" and down they went whoosh. "We'll land on that island. You can nip behind a bush." But as they swept across the Forth, quite without warning, a wave of titanic proportions came storming. It battered the sleigh and sent them all flying, and the sleigh became stuck on the rocks near the island. No matter what they did, nor how hard they tried, the sleigh wouldn't budge. Prancer almost cried. "Oh, what shall we do?" wailed Rudolph, quite frantic, while Donner and Vixen shared a moment of panic. "Oh dear," worried Rudolph, "this is so intense. What if we can't take the children their presents?" And on hearing this news, Comet sobbed to Cupid, "If we let that happen, Christmas is ruined." But old Father Christmas was not one to blubber. In a scratch, he's as cool as a Christmas cucumber. He just stroked on his beard and sat down and thought. "What we need," he declared, "is a chap with a yacht." "Where will we find one?" asked Dasher, stony-faced. "We seem to be stuck between a rock and hard place." But as he watched the seabirds, Santa thought of a plan to pass a message to the folk on dry land. "We'll ask the sea animals," Santa explained, "to carry our message by forming a chain." Then Prancer sat up, for he had been huffing, and said, "Did you know that I can speak puffin?" So a Christmas SOS was passed to a puffin, who took it in turn to Daisy the dolphin. And Daisy was the next to pass on the appeal to her friend with the flippers, Sydney the seal. Deeper and deeper went Speedy Sid to the seabed where he spoke to a squid. The squid passed the message on to a lobster, who whispered it next to a baby sea otter. And that little otter had nerves which were steely, and he knew of a pirate ship anchored in Ely. He carried the news through all types of weather, and told Bertie's parrot with the colourful feathers. "Caw!" cried the parrot, and woke Bert from a nap, and passed on the message of Santa's mishap. Bertie rang the ship's bell, shouted, "All hands on deck!" and the crew gathered round, all present and correct. "Santa's run aground! It's a nasty business! Without us," said Bert, "they'll have to cancel Christmas." So the crew knew that they must free Santa's sleigh, and they hoisted the mainsail, shouted, "Anchors away!" They set out to sea, though it was blowing a gale, so they battened down the hatches and trimmed their sails. The journey was rough, and their seamanship tested, but even the tallest of waves they crested. And from the crow's nest, Dan the cabin boy issued the call, "Santa ahoy!" "We must not hit the rocks, we'll have to heave to," cried Bertie, and the crew knew just what to do. Then Anna the deckhand threw Santa a rope, and finally the reindeer had a glimmer of hope. Bertie said, "Let's free you from this tight spot. Tie the rope to the sleigh, use a bowline knot." Then with mainsail and mizzen and jibs 1 and 2, they harnessed the wind, and a mighty wind blew. The boat rocked and shuddered, the rope began to fray. Then an ominous creaking came from the sleigh. Would the rope snap, and in all likelihood the sleigh would be smashed into lumps of driftwood. But just as they all were prepared to give in, Santa pulled his belt tight and sucked his tummy in. Then out from the rocks shot the reindeer and sleigh, and Bertie and crew cheered hooray! And now the sleigh could move quite freely, so Bertie and co. towed them back to Ely. "Oh, thank you, Pirate Bertie. To you and your crew," said Father Christmas, and the reindeer too. "It's only that East Neuk pirates are brave, that we are set free, and Christmas is saved." So Santa and the reindeer could make themselves busy, delivering presents down East Neuk chimneys. But before he left Bertie, he promised him this: pirates never would be on the naughty list. So Christmas is coming, and joy is spreading. And while this story has a happy ending, just spare a thought for Rudolph, please, for he still hasn't managed to go for that wee.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed Pirate Bertie's Christmas adventure, and the East Neuk Pirates send you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Bye.